Thursday, 19 December 2019, start of what is supposed to be a very hot day, and record-breaking temperatures all over Australia at the moment. And here in Sydney it's our turn today. Now, even after a 20-minute bus ride, the smoke smells come in, the air's got warmer already, so yeah, here comes the heat. And Martin Place looking the other way, very festive. You're probably not getting this, but you can see there's a brown tinge in the sky already, so as it goes from brown to blue. So as the day goes on, I'm sure that's going to get a lot stronger and the heat will build even higher. And here we are in Pitt Street, corner of Pitt and Hunter. Quite a bit of smoke haze around now. If you're looking up, it's getting very hazy. So let's take a walk down to Circular Quay and see what's happening on the water. We've got 37 degrees at the moment here in the city. Here we are down at the Circular Quay terminus for the L2 tram line. And yeah, smelling the smoke quite strongly here, and definitely a lot more heat, it feels like. So waiting for that southerly bus to come through in the next couple of hours. I'm not sure where the trams are, to be honest, but yeah, you can sort of see maybe not so much the buildings sort of disappearing into the hazy smoke. So let's go and have a look on the water. Here we are down at Circular Quay. I'm sure people boarding the Carnival Splendor at the moment will be glad to get out of the smoke. Mind you, not quite sure what of the sea they're going to hit when they get out, because the southerly bus will be pushing on up the coast at the moment, kicking up a sea ahead of it, no doubt. So yeah, very smoky down here. Maybe perhaps not as much as last time we were down here. Flags on the bridge, completely still, so there's no breeze at all. 37 degrees, pretty warm. Okay, we're down at Circular Quay now, eastern side, and just looking at the city basically. Pretty smoky here. Very orangey colour in the sky, if that's coming through on here at all. And just swinging around, there's the Carnival Splendor again. And panning around. Not quite as smoky as it was last time we recorded a video, last week. And maybe that's because the wind seems to be very still at the moment, as if it's not blowing in more. Southerly buster at the moment, had a look at the map, it's up around Wollongong, so should be here within the hour basically, with all the mayhem that's going to cause when it gets here. Okay, we're out further towards the Opera House now, and as we get further away, obviously the city's disappearing more and more into the murk as we go along, so still pretty thick. And swinging around again, follow the Friendship, and there's the bridge. Yeah, as I said, not quite as murky as it was last week, but maybe because the wind's not blowing it all down at the moment. And swinging round, and we can see the Opera House there, with a little spot on top where the sun's getting through the clouds, or the smoke, or the whatever it is, we can't see much. And on the far side, Kirribilli, just showing through the murk. The ferries are obviously still running. They weren't last week, as we had much lower visibility, so not too much disruption at the moment, hopefully. Right, here we are on the steps of the Opera House, looking towards Botanical Gardens. I believe the sea breeze or the southerly is actually starting. I can feel that now. That yacht there would indicate it's pointing south, so that's good news. And we see the fast ferry and the Manly ferries crossing each other. So still very hard to see up the harbour. We should be seeing Vaucluse, places like that. But I think it is lifting. The only problem with the southerly is, yes, while it brings cool relief and perhaps blows the smoke away, up at the fire fronts it actually changes the directions of the fires, and the southerlies tend to be very strong, so they can actually cause a lot more problems than they solve. And the sails of the Opera House. Yeah, so one smoky warm day in Sydney. And looking at Macquarie Street now, which runs just off Circular Quay. Yeah, you can see a lot of those buildings are pretty well disappearing into the smoke there. So yeah, let's see what the afternoon brings and the next few days, as the heat is not over yet. Well, back to where we started this morning. That southerly has pushed in and cleared the air somewhat. It's definitely a lot clearer than it was this morning, and also, of course, during that lunchtime session down at Circular Quay. So the next few days are also going to be pretty brutal. The fires are actually causing a state of emergency at the moment because they could join together in the Blue Mountains and surround Sydney. So let's see what the next few days bring. Cheers.